Carlin's weep, Miss Carlin's moan, to see her son Louis leave his home. The angels laid him away. Angels laid him away. They laid him 6 feet under the clay. The angels laid him away. Oh, kind old friends, oh, ain't it hard to see poor Louis in a new graveyard? The angels laid him away. Oh, Bob shot once and Louis shot. Hey everybody, welcome to MT Guitar. Today we're doing a truly special song and artist, in my opinion, Mississippi John Hurt. Just one of my favorites, a true legend, and his fingerpicking style was incredibly influential and innovative for modern guitar. Some of the earliest recordings of blues fingerpicking, 1928 recordings of Mississippi John Hurt are what I'm drawing from here. He really did so much to influence guitar and guitarists in the 60s, especially when there was a rebirth of Delta blues, whether it be Mississippi John Hurt or Robert Johnson or Charlie Patton, etc. Some of the earliest stuff of modern guitar, right? Modern American guitar, just amazing. And I just was listening over and over again to the 1928 version, and I went ahead and transcribed it note for note from the recording. I'm going to throw that on the Patreon, so check that out, and I'm going to walk you through that note for note here. I'm using a 1940s Gibson from my friend at Tall Toad Music in Petaluma, where I work, and it's just amazing to play a 1940s Gibson, this type of song that's almost 100 years old basically. Let's talk about this part though, and about Mississippi John Hurt's technique and style. I've just been my mind has been blown this week thinking about how he plays. I've taught one other lesson on him, You've Got to Walk That Lonesome Valley. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. And now I'm able to play that song with his thumb and two finger approach. But I wasn't able to at first, and I'm not able to do that with this song because I have my own 3-finger and thumb technique and the posture of the hand. I don't want to tweak it too much while I'm learning this because it's hard. So I'm doing it my style, but pretty much note for note what he did still. So what he's doing is, I thought about this the other night. It's almost like a stride piano style because it's not really Delta blues in the traditional sense of Robert Johnson or Charlie Patton or Son House. He's not doing necessarily like 12-bar blues dominant chords. It's more folk or sort of ragtimey, just very like, it's not in a box of like, this is a Delta blues. So Mississippi John Hurt's kind of an anomaly. His style reaches far beyond just the Delta or just the blues tradition. His thumb technique, like I said, is almost like a piano player. Right? It's like bass chord. It's really cool. So we're gonna go through that nice and slow, but these things don't come instantly. So I'm still learning. So syncopated and so cool, and it's not really even swung. So again, it's veering from the blues. So you're really getting a whole picture of early 1900s American music with this kind of song, with this kind of artist. I recommend just taking a day and listening to some Mississippi John Hurt and just letting your mind be blown. So yeah, 1928. It's a murder ballad. He heard about the murder and wrote this song. That's about all I know as far as the history. It's been covered by David Grisman and Jerry Garcia on their Shady Grove album, and it's been covered by other artists as well. It's quite a beautiful piece of history. So let's go ahead, zoom in and learn it. Remember to subscribe. I appreciate it, and let's jump on in. All right, so I'm going to teach this the following way, just playing through the tab. It's very tricky to say note for note what's happening with words. I think it's easier just to throw the sheet music and tab up there, play along with it slowly, point out what he's doing with his technique, and you can learn from a lot from just witnessing the thumb technique. It's quite amazing. So on the intro here, that's our first line. And we notice that the thumb is always hitting the downbeat besides the first bar. A little pause there. Right? So that's really cool. And so like I said, we're just going to run through this slowly. It's the best way to teach this, I think, is just orally with the music speaking more than the words. Go nice and slow and try to follow along with me as I play and with the tab, okay? So on the intro here, G chord moves up, back home, A7 over G, okay? C, then you go to over G, and when he's going bass chord, he's hitting the 4th and 3rd strings. Something you can do as much as you want throughout any of the chords. It's like almost like a stride piano technique. Even slower, 3, 4. Good. Next line. Okay, so that's even slower. 3, 4. Good. Next line. Slower. 3, 4. Okay. Now on the verse, it's different because he's going to follow the lyrics a little bit. Okay, so that's G, D, G, D, G. Like that. It goes to G7 over A. Really clever walk up there. Now C to the over G, right? He goes to that G bass on that last bar, so that's even slower. 3, 4. Beautiful. Next line. All right, next line would be right? A little bit different than the intro, so that's going to be second. Da, 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 da. You're going to want to do this hundreds of times. I'm just speeding through for the length of the video. But next line. Right, so that would be C first, G second. It doesn't even work to mention these notes because it's all about following the music and letting the sounds teach you more than the words. It's a good way to go with blues. So that's the verse. All right, you got the intro and verse. The chorus is going to be a little bit more active. So here we go on the chorus. Actually, no, it's this. Right? So that's angels. Slap that 5th fret. The thumb takes a break there. And then, okay, now C. So that's first, second, first, first, 3rd fret. Then the C over G. Okay, the whole line. Good. C chord. Sorry. That line again would be. Now that only has 2 beats on that last bar, so that's last line. Okay, then he repeats, but let's go on to the interlude. Okay, so that's 6th and 1st together, slide, beautiful. C. Okay. Okay. So, go through it nice and slow. It just seems like the right thing to do, to let the music speak for itself and not talk too much. So I hope that works for you. It might be frustrating to learn this quickly, so maybe chip away at it very slowly, and don't let it get you down. Fingerstyle blues is incredibly rewarding, although difficult, but incredibly rewarding. So that's my recommendation and words for wisdom there. And have fun. That's the key thing. Okay. See you next time. Bye.